Well, excited to be back home for a while. 6 of our next 7 are here in Diddle Arena. Next 2 weekends we have tournaments in Diddle Arena. So just, it's been a long first couple weeks of the season. Excited to be back here and just continue to grow with this young team. And, we're excited to start it off Thursday with a rematch against Northern. So questions?
Coach, you entered the year with 693 wins, which would be 20th active across all of NCAA volleyball, 10th in Division I, 12th in winning percentage in D1, and 18th best winning percentage all time in D1 volleyball. What would it mean to hit 700 for you, and just being up there with all those grades? What does it mean for you?
Still seems kind of impossible, to be honest. I take a lot of pride in the fact that I've done it all at one place. I take a lot of pride in the fact that I've done it at a place that we won 7 games my first year. I don't think anybody thought when I went 7-26 my first year, I don't think anybody thought that we would be in a position to celebrate number 700. Seven, let's see how many years, if you win 7 at a time, that would have, am I right? Help me with my math. That's 100 years it would have taken at that rate. It's just been the honor of my lifetime to do it here at my alma mater, and hopefully, we can get that one while we're here, at home over the next few weeks, and get that behind us and get on with our season.
Last time we were here, you guys lost against Louisville. You kind of had the weekend to get back on track. Did it kind of feel like you and the team kind of hit the reset button almost, or you guys feel like
Yeah, we're just, I said in preseason we're vulnerable, and we were exposed against Louisville. For the people that were at the Chalk Talk session right before the game, I said, hey, if we don't handle the ball well in serve receive and we're out of system, we're going to be really predictable, and they're going to give it to us pretty good. And if I pretty much wrote your post-game story, pre-game, and that's who we are. We know that right now, and. But as I told our team, we've dealt with a lot, losing Kelsey Brangers and being thin ball control wise. But as I told our team after our final match this weekend, we're 6-1. If Kelsey's 100% healthy and we're firing on all cylinders, what do you think our record is right now? And the answer is probably 6-1. And so we're really, really happy with where we are. We are still very much a work in progress, but my teams have, through the years, it seems like, make a big transition in weeks 3 and 4 for the better. And hopefully we can do that this weekend. We won 3 really good matches this weekend that are going to benefit us. We beat two preseason conference favorites in 2 good volleyball leagues, and the team that was picked 3rd in the Big East. And so it was a great weekend for us, but we have to grind to win those kind right now. And this weekend will be, much the same, playing the teams we're playing.
Coach, you mentioned making that transition in weeks 3 and 4. Without looking too far ahead, obviously you have the tournament this weekend at home, and then after that it's Indiana, Texas A&M, Tennessee, tough Power 5 opponents. Do you have to really do well this weekend to kind of focus on that, or are you just focused on this weekend?
Yeah, just focused on the next one. We've got a pretty daunting task ahead of us in the next 2 weeks, but we're in a perfect position to attack that. We're playing here in Diddle Arena a lot, where again, we're starting to create something special in Diddle Arena. We're starting to create an atmosphere in Diddle Arena, and that was an event. I wish we could have played better against Louisville, but you can't not have been impacted by the excitement in that arena. And we need people back. It may not always be 4,000 people, but we need people back to create that home court advantage. And we're going to need it with the teams that we have on our schedule moving forward. And so, just progress, man. That's if we can win games in the process, that's great. But progress. Every week we just want to make progress. And, every time, a kid like Abby Schaefer gets on the court, she's going to be better because of it. And, we will just continue to go one by one and try to be a little better than we were the night before. And, we'll find ourselves. I like our team. I've said it from the beginning. I said it right after the Louisville game. I like our team. And, but we're vulnerable. I keep using that word too. And so any given day, it could be a bad day, but it won't be a bad year. I can promise you that, because I like our team. We're talented. We got a lot of pieces, and we're going to figure ourselves out. And if you continue to coach after 27, 28 years like me, that's the part that's fun, is continuing through that journey and finding the parts that you can put together, and the light bulbs come on, and all of a sudden you're something you weren't a week ago, and that's what drives me.
You mentioned Abby Schaefer's progress and some of the other progress, like what Pat asked earlier, but what other progress have you seen from other players specific up to this point?
Yeah, again, I was singing Callie Bauer's praises going into the year, and she made the all-tournament team this weekend up there and is doing just a great job. Her job's not easy right now because we are handling the ball pretty poorly, and so she's running like crazy, but she's doing a great job and really developing. Kennedy Coyle had a big step forward weekend for us last weekend, and it's these young kids. I'm really proud of Lauren Matthews and Paige Briggs. Those two kids have been anchors to this point, and they've played at such a high level and kept us in games until some of these other kids can grow up, and they're growing up every single day. They're growing up, and so Callie's doing well. Abby had a nice bounce back. It was a nightmare night for her in Diddle Arena, but that was just too soon, too big for her. But she'll be better because of it too, and so it's all about growth right now, and I like the growth that our team's making.
Do you remember that first victory, or maybe not the first victory, but your first match as well? I'm not sure what the result was. But
yeah, two things I remember about way back. My first win was against Seton Hall. I still have a little cutout. Back then, the coverage that the volleyball team got was about that much, ink in the newspaper, and I think it says Hudson gets. I have it in my office if you want to come by and see it. I think I have it. I think I still have it in there in a little frame. And then I was actually laughing with talking to our first ever media relations person here. To tell you about what it was like in that first year. I was talking to our media relations person. He's Dan Wallenberg, who's now at Ohio State, who's really a good friend of mine too. And we were talking about 4,000 people being here for the Louisville game and all that. And he said that as our media relations guy in that first year, he used to hand out stats to all the fans, because there was only 6 or 8 of them there, and so he would that was all the people in the building, and so he'd give me a copy and then he'd just hand them out to the fans because that was the only people here. And so it's come a long way since then, and trust me, I put those stat sheets down as quick as I could. When he would hand me mine, I was looking for a fan to give it to as well, because those were some tough times, but it was all part of this great journey. Yeah, it's just so many people. I'm the same dude that won 7 games my first year. I won 9 games my third year. This day and age, you get fired if you win 9 games in your third year. And I had I don't know, my record was like 17-34 or something crazy after 3 years as a head coach. You usually don't get a 4th year. And so, it gives you a little glimpse of everything that's wrong in college athletics today, because some pretty special things can happen if you allow culture to be built. And, and it's just, there's just so many people that have put so much into this on the administrative side, from a fan base. We've got people in the stands that started coming 20 years ago and have gone on this ride with us. And, one of my great joys in life when we were at Bradley 2 weeks ago, we had 3 of my former players from way back that came to watch our team play, and just to see the pride that they have in what this program is now is everything to me, because they dreamt it first. Like, they're the ones that did the work to start laying bricks and build this thing. And so to see them still fully invested in our program and come out and watch with such pride at something that they helped create is one of the really, really cool parts of this journey for me. Thank you, guys.